Please welcome to the stage, Joe Bingham. Come on.
How's doing, you alright? Yeah, alright. I'm from Birmingham, so apologies from the off, that's what this is. It's been voted the worst accent in the UK. For 5 years running now, you guys seem pretty sure. I just naturally thought public speaking, obviously, give the people what they want, you know what I mean? They did a related poll though where 80% of people said they'd rather have chlamydia than the Birmingham accent. Kinda hurt, you know? Kinda hurt because it felt like they weren't accounting for me, the double threat in the streets. Can have both, man, dream big. We got any single mums in? No. Nah, fair enough. I'm still trying to figure out a way to ask that question without sounding like a predator. I've clearly not nailed it. Now, the only reason I ask is that's what I was raised by. I was raised by a single mum, you know what I mean? So that's why I asked the question. Yeah, it's fine. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's fine. She's all right. Michelle's all right. But no, like, I feel like, to be fair, everyone finds it weird that I call my mum Michelle. Is that weird? Yeah, she finds it weird because her name's Rachel. It's fucking odd. It's, mad. But no, I feel like being raised by a single mum, I feel like it made me a feminist, which is another point that no one ever gets on board with, something to do with my voice and face, I assume. But I think the reason for that is like she didn't teach me anything about feminism, but like, you know, she fed me and that breeds loyalty, so big up women, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Not many women clapping that, but nice one, lads. Appreciate it. Yeah. If anything, it was kind of like the opposite of feminism in my ass when I was growing up, because I had to watch the same TV shows as my mum. And like growing up in like the late 90s, early noughties, my mum used to love this TV show called 10 Years Younger. I don't know if anyone remembers this. Yeah. It's basically like this old makeover show that was ran by a really passive-aggressive South African woman called Nikki Hambleton-Jones. And these women would apply, and then she'd just stand them in the middle of Oxford Circus for hours, and then she'd just grab members of the public and just be like, how old do you think this woman is? And they'd just rinse this woman for hours, and like at the end of it, she'd be like, so basically, Jessica, your average age came out at 42, but you're only 29, what the fuck is wrong with you? And just put her in a cardigan and call it a success, you know what I mean? It's bad, man. Yeah. She did teach me about some things, but like not really through lessons, more through proxy. You know, they always say that like a guy needs a male role model, and I had loads after my dad left, because not because of that. She's a good woman. Nah. Basically, my mum used to work with this massive group of gay guys, so they ended up kind of raising me by proxy with my mum, you know what I mean? Like, there's that really famous saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I had the village people. It was great. It was good. And let me tell you, my childhood, it was fabulous. It was incredible. It just kind of made me realise that as I was getting older, I didn't understand a lot of things. And like homophobia was one of them. I didn't really understand it. People make weird comments like a lot of hate crimes. They're like, oh, hate comes from fear and people fear what they don't understand. Like, I didn't understand algebra at school, but I never wanted to beat the shit out of my maths teacher. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and you're just looking at these people that are moaning about it and you're like, just suck a dick, mate. You might like it. You know what I mean? Wild. I find a lot of hate crimes confusing, like racism's a weird one. Obviously, coming from Birmingham, it's very multicultural. And I think there's a really easy way of summing it up. It's like if you've got a white guy that's got loads of black friends, he will not shut up about it, you know what I mean? He wears that badge with pride. Whereas if you've got a black guy who's introducing a white guy to his group of friends, why does he have to constantly preface it with, nah, he's cool, this one's cool, he's all right. We might be the problem, guys. Yeah. Yeah, obviously, like, being from Birmingham, it's not a very cultured place. Education was a weird one. I know it doesn't sound like it. I actually went to a prep school, but they were prepping us for prison. It was bleak, yeah. We had metal detectors on the gates. They made us make license plates in DT. It was a lot. It was a lot. Now, obviously not. Obviously, we just did, like, woodwork. Yeah, you know what I mean, like everyone else, except ours was teaching us excuses on why we would work if we weren't claiming benefits. It was good. They taught us French in school, you know, speaking of hate crimes, imagine being that woman from Paris listening to 30 kids that sound like me butchering her language back at her every day. Fucking bleak.